One day, a young man asked an old farmer a question. Why do some people succeed while others stay stuck for years? The old farmer smiled but didn't answer. Instead, he handed the young man 2 seeds. Plant these seeds in different fields, he said. The young man did exactly that. The first seed was planted in rich soil. Every day, he watered it, protected it, took care of it. The second seed was planted in poor soil. Sometimes he watered it, sometimes he forgot, sometimes he didn't even check on it. Weeks passed. The first seed began to grow. Slowly, not dramatically, not overnight, just a little bit every day. The second seed showed almost no progress. The young man became frustrated. He returned to the farmer and said, "This isn't fair. The first seed is growing. The second one isn't." The old farmer looked at him and said, "Life works exactly the same way. Most people think success happens because of luck. But success is usually the result of daily attention. Every day, you are planting seeds. When you study, you plant a seed. When you learn a new skill, you plant a seed. When you exercise, you plant a seed. When you save money, you plant a seed. When you build your business, you plant a seed. The problem is that people plant a seed today, then dig it up tomorrow to check if it's growing. They want immediate results. They want proof. They want guarantees. But growth doesn't work that way. The strongest trees spend years growing roots before anyone notices them. And successful people often spend years building before anyone notices them. What looks like an overnight success is usually years of invisible effort. Think about the people you admire. Athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders, creators. You see the result. You don't see the thousands of days that created it. And that's where most people quit. Not because they're incapable, not because they're untalented, but because they're impatient. They confuse a lack of results with a lack of progress. Those are not the same thing. You can be making progress without seeing results. You can be improving without receiving recognition. You can be growing while the world thinks nothing is happening. That's why discipline matters. Discipline is trusting the process when there is no evidence. Discipline is continuing when nobody is clapping for you. Discipline is watering the seed even when the field looks empty. Because one day, something incredible happens. The roots become strong enough. The growth becomes visible, and suddenly people say, "You're lucky." But you know the truth. You remember the days nobody saw. The days nobody cared. The days when you kept going anyway. So if you're feeling discouraged today, don't focus on the harvest. Focus on the seed. Plant it, water it, protect it, and repeat. Because success isn't built in one day. It's built daily. And one day, the world will see what you've been growing all along.